If you're looking for a cocktail that's bright, bubbly, festive, and incredibly easy to serve to a crowd, this Cranberry Prosecco Cocktail Pitcher is exactly what you need. It's the kind of drink that instantly feels special the moment it hits the glass. The sparkling Prosecco brings light, lively bubbles. The cranberry juice adds a beautiful ruby color with a hint of tartness. The fresh orange slices and cranberries create a drink that looks as impressive as it tastes. One of the best things about this cocktail is how balanced and refreshing it is. The sweetness of the sparkling wine blends perfectly with the tart cranberry, while the orange liqueur adds a little citrus depth that ties everything together. The result is a crisp cocktail that's slightly fruity and perfectly bubbly without being overly sweet. It's a drink that works just as well for a holiday gathering as it does for brunch, celebrations, or a relaxing evening with friends. Because this recipe is made in a pitcher, it's ideal when you're hosting. Instead of mixing drinks one by one, you can build everything right in the pitcher, add your fresh fruit and garnishes, and then simply pour when the guests arrive. The fresh cranberries and orange slices don't just add flavor, they also create a beautiful presentation that makes the drink look vibrant and inviting. A sprig of rosemary adds a subtle aromatic touch that brings everything together and gives the cocktail a festive feel. Another great thing about this pitcher cocktail is it can be partially prepared ahead of time. You can combine the juice, liqueur, vodka, and fruit earlier in the day and keep the pitcher chilled in the refrigerator. When you're ready to serve, just add the chilled Prosecco and give everything a gentle stir to keep those sparkling bubbles lively and fresh. Whether you're serving it for a holiday party, brunch gathering, New Year's celebration, or a simple weekend get-together, this Cranberry Prosecco Cocktail Pitcher is guaranteed to be a crowd favorite. It's colorful, refreshing, and incredibly easy to make. And once the glasses start filling and the bubbles start rising, you'll see just how quick this pitcher disappears. So let's grab our ingredients, build the pitcher step by step, and create a beautiful sparkling cocktail that's perfect for sharing. As usual, we'll start by placing a large clear glass pitcher on the counter. Using a transparent pitcher allows the beautiful colors of the cocktail ingredients to show through once everything is assembled. A large pitcher also gives enough room for fruit, ice, and sparkling wine without overflowing while stirring. Measure out the liquid ingredients so they are ready to go when the cocktail begins to come together. Having the cranberry juice, orange liqueur, and vodka already measured makes the build process smooth and helps keep the balance of the flavors consistent. Bring out a well-chilled bottle of Prosecco. Keeping the sparkling wine cold is important because it preserves the carbonation and ensures the cocktail stays crisp and refreshing once it's added to the pitcher. Place fresh cranberries nearby so they're ready to add to the pitcher. The cranberries provide a bright pop of color and a subtle tartness that complements the sweetness of the sparkling wine and the citrus flavor. Set a fresh orange on the cutting board and prepare to slice it. The orange will add both flavor and visual appeal to the cocktail, bringing a fresh citrus aroma that pairs beautifully with the cranberry. Slice the orange into thin rounds. Thin slices allow the citrus oils and juice to lightly infuse into the drink while also floating attractively throughout the pitcher. Prepare a few sprigs of fresh rosemary. Rosemary adds a light herbal aroma that elevates the drink and gives the cocktail a festive, elegant presentation. Set a bowl of ice beside the pitcher. Ice will chill the mixture quickly and help keep the cocktail refreshing while it is served. Add a generous amount of ice to the pitcher. The ice immediately chills the pitcher and creates the base that the rest of the ingredients will be built around. Drop the fresh cranberries into the pitcher. They will float among the ice cubes and begin to release a light tart flavor into the mixture. Add orange slices to the pitcher. The slices settle among the cranberries and ice, giving the cocktail its vibrant citrus appearance. Pour the cranberry juice into the pitcher. The juice creates a beautiful ruby color that defines this cocktail and forms the main flavor base of the drink. Add the orange liqueur. This ingredient enhances the citrus notes of the orange slices while adding a subtle sweetness and depth to the cocktail. Pour in the vodka. The vodka strengthens the drink slightly while remaining neutral enough to let the cranberry and citrus flavors shine. Open the bottle of chilled Prosecco. The gentle pop signals that the cocktail is about to become light, bubbly, and refreshing. Slowly pour the Prosecco into the pitcher. The sparkling wine blends with the cranberry mixture, filling the pitcher with lively bubbles. Gently stir the cocktail. This step evenly distributes the fruit and liquids without removing too much of the carbonation from the Prosecco. Add rosemary sprigs to the pitcher. As they sit in the drink, they release a subtle herbal aroma that complements the cranberry and citrus. At this point, the pitcher is fully assembled with the fruit, bubbles, and vibrant color, creating a beautiful, sparkling cocktail ready for serving. Pour the cranberry Prosecco mixture into champagne flutes. The bubbles rise quickly in the glass while the cranberries and orange slices create a festive presentation. Add garnish to each glass, such as a cranberry, an orange slice, or a small rosemary sprig. The garnish enhances the aroma and gives the drink an elegant finish. Place the filled glass beside the pitcher so guests can easily refill their drinks as they enjoy the cocktail. If the cocktail needs to rest before serving more drinks, cover the pitcher with a lid or wrap to keep the contents fresh. Allow the cocktail to chill briefly so the flavors settle together while staying cold and refreshing. Remove the pitcher from the refrigerator when it's time to serve again. The drink will be nicely chilled and ready for another round. Give the pitcher a gentle stir to redistribute the fruit and ingredients that may have settled. Add fresh ice to a clean champagne flute so the drink stays crisp when poured. Pour the chilled cocktail from the pitcher into the prepared glasses, allowing the bubbles to rise once again. Finish with a final garnish of cranberries, orange, or rosemary to create a refreshing, vibrant cranberry Prosecco cocktail ready to enjoy. Notes from the bartender. One of the keys to making this cocktail really shine is starting with well-chilled ingredients. Sparkling drinks lose carbonation quickly when warm ingredients are mixed together, so keep the Prosecco, cranberry juice, and even the pitcher chilled beforehand. Will help preserve the lively bubbles and make this cocktail so refreshing. If possible, place the pitcher in the refrigerator for 20 to 30 minutes before assembling the drink. Another important detail is adding the sparkling wine last. Prosecco contains natural carbonation that gives the drink its light, bubbly character. If it's poured too early and stirred aggressively, those bubbles can disappear quickly. Always build the base of the cocktail first with the juice, liquor, and vodka, fruit, and ice. Then gently add the Prosecco and give it only a light stir to combine. When it comes to cranberry juice, you have a couple of options depending on the flavor profile you want. Cranberry juice cocktail is slightly sweet and creates a smoother, crowd-pleasing drink that most guests will enjoy. Pure cranberry juice is more tart and creates a brighter, sharper cocktail. If you choose the pure version, you may want to add a splash of simple syrup for a little extra orange liqueur to balance the acidity. Fresh fruit is not only decorative in this drink, it also slowly infuses flavor into the cocktail. Orange slices release natural citrus oils that soften the tart cranberry notes, while fresh cranberries provide a subtle burst of flavor. As the pitcher sits, these ingredients continue to enhance the drink, which is why this cocktail tastes even better after resting in the refrigerator for a short time. The rosemary garnish may seem like a small detail, but it adds a surprising layer of aroma. Rosemary releases a light herbal fragrance that pairs beautifully with citrus and cranberry. When guests bring a glass to their nose, the rosemary adds an elegant aromatic experience that elevates the cocktail beyond a simple fruit punch. For serving, champagne flutes work beautifully because they highlight the sparkling bubbles, but wine glasses or stemless glassware also work well if you're serving a large group. The most important thing is to avoid filling the glasses too far so there is room for bubbles and garnish. If you're preparing this cocktail for a gathering, you can assemble most of the drink ahead of time. Combine the cranberry juice, orange liqueur, vodka, fruit, and ice in a pitcher and store it in the refrigerator. When guests arrive, simply add the chilled Prosecco and give the mixture a gentle stir. This approach keeps the drink fresh while saving time during entertaining. Another helpful trick that making this pitcher cocktail is to avoid letting the drink become diluted. Ice inside the pitcher helps chill the drink quickly, but if the cocktail sits for too long a time, the melting ice can weaken the flavor. If you expect the drink to sit for an extended period, consider chilling the liquids thoroughly and using less ice in the pitcher, then adding ice directly to the serving glasses instead. This cocktail is also very easy to customize. If you want a lighter version, replace the vodka with additional Prosecco or a splash of club soda. If you want a stronger cocktail, increase the vodka slightly or add a splash of citrus vodka for extra flavor. Some bartenders also enjoy adding a small amount of lime juice to create a slightly sharper citrus finish. For a more festive presentation, you can freeze cranberries ahead of time and use them in place of ice cubes in the glass. Frozen cranberries keep the drink cold while adding color and preventing dilution. They also float beautifully in the glass, making the cocktail look even more vibrant. Finally, this drink works wonderfully as both a holiday cocktail and a year-round refresher. The cranberry and rosemary combination gives it a wintry, festive feel, while the citrus and sparkling wine keep it bright enough for summer and spring gatherings. Because it's easy to prepare in the pitcher and visually stunning when served, it's a cocktail that always feels special without requiring complicated techniques. Once poured, served, and garnished, this Cranberry Prosecco cocktail becomes a light, sparkling drink that guests will reach for again and again, making it an ideal centerpiece beverage for celebrations, brunches, and relaxing evenings with friends. And there you have it, a beautiful, refreshing Cranberry Prosecco Cocktail Pitcher. That's perfect for sharing. This is one of those drinks that looks impressive the moment it hits the table, but it's actually incredibly simple to put together with the bright color of cranberry juice and the fresh citrus from the oranges, the aromatic rosemary, and those lively bubbles from the Prosecco. This cocktail delivers a perfect balance of flavor and presentation. One of the best things about this pitcher cocktail is how versatile and crowd-friendly it is. Whether you're hosting a holiday party, serving drinks at brunch, celebrating a special occasion, or just relaxing with friends on the weekend, this cocktail fits right in. It's light, bubbly, slightly fruity, and refreshing without being overly sweet, which makes it a drink that most people immediately enjoy. Another great advantage of this recipe is that it's easy to scale and customize. You can make a single pitcher for a small gathering, or double the recipe for a larger group. You can also adjust the sweetness and strength depending on your taste. If you prefer a lighter drink, reduce the vodka or replace it with a splash of soda water. If you want something a little stronger, you can increase the vodka slightly or add a touch more orange liqueur for extra citrus depth. The fresh fruit and rosemary garnish also give this cocktail its signature festive look. The cranberries and orange slices floating in the pitcher create a vibrant presentation, while the rosemary sprig adds an aromatic touch. This makes the drink feel elegant and special. It's the kind of cocktail that not only tastes great, but also becomes the centerpiece for the table. If you're preparing this drink for guests, remember that the best results come from adding the Prosecco just before serving. That keeps the bubbles lively and ensures the drink stays bright and refreshing. Keeping your ingredients well chilled and using fresh garnishes will also make a big difference in the final result. This recipe is a great reminder that sometimes the best cocktails are the ones that are simple, fresh, and easy to share. With just a few ingredients and a pitcher, you can create a drink that looks elegant, tastes refreshing, and keeps everyone coming back for another glass. If you enjoyed this recipe, there are plenty more cocktail pitcher recipes here on Cooking with Rod that are just as easy and just as delicious. From refreshing summer drinks to festive holiday cocktails, there's always another pitcher waiting to be poured. Thanks for watching Cooking with Rod, and I'll see you in the next recipe. Cheers!